What I'm trying to say is that God gives us a choice. Yes, you can control your own life, but doing so will not help you. Instead, you will make mistakes and it will lead to punishment. If we do what we desire, our human desire is doing of the flesh. And you may not know what that word means. The flesh. The flesh is the desire to do sin. The flesh desires to do things that are sinful, things that are disobedience in front of God. That is what the flesh desires of us. So if we do our will, we are doing what we want to do. If we do our will, we are doing the human nature of this world. If we follow our will, we're doing things that are wrong, that are corrupted, and things that are against God. That is following our will. Following our will lead to punishment. If we follow our will, it will not end well. Yes, it is true. You have the option to control your life. You have two options. You either control your life or you give your life to Christ. Two options. But clearly one option is the correct option. For God does not force us, but instead He gives us a chance. For in the Old Testament, in the very beginning, we made that sin. Through that sin, through Adam, everybody is born sinners. That sin is passed through us in which we are born. All the way to this day, we are born sinners. And because of that sin, on the day of judgment, or when we have our last day of breath, and we have to face and to be in front of God's presence, we will be judged for everything we have done. So then, I want you to understand, yes, we have the option to do anything, but don't do what you want to do. Do not follow your own will. Instead, follow God's will. Do not follow your own will, but to follow God's will. By doing what you want to do, by making your own decisions, you will make mistakes and it will lead to punishment. Our choices without God's will not help us. If we make decisions that are not of God's will, if we make decisions that are out of God's will and the things that are not pleasing Him, it will not edify us. In fact, it will separate us from God's glory. Not everything will be helpful in your relationship with God. Not everything will help you in your relationship with God. Do not control your own life. Instead, let God rule and control your own life. Do God's will, not your own.